Welcome to Vision 48 News. I'm Emma Back.
And I'm Thomas Saldana.
The theater department's production of Spitfire Girl continues this weekend. The performance will continue on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 7:30 in Billingsley Theater. Make sure to get your tickets today.
Our men's and women's basketball teams opened their 2016-2017 season this past weekend. The men's team opened up here in home at Hayes Gymnasium and will also do this coming week. Ainsley Brock will give us more details in a few minutes. On Tuesday, November 29th, men's basketball will host Limestone College here at home. This will be their second Conference Carolinas game of the season and televised on My 40 Sports Network. This game will mark the first basketball game televised out of Hayes Gymnasium, so come out on the 29th and support your Crusaders.
Forest fires have devastated many of the Carolina mountains this past week. The closest fire is in Pickens County on Pinnacle Mountain. The fire covers over 2,000 acres and is only 25% contained as of Monday. Firefighters have created fire lines and installed sprinklers along portions of the river to help contain the fire. 140 people are currently assigned to the fire. Officials are asking people to avoid Highway 11 and Highway 178 North to reduce traffic. As colder weather is starting to arrive, let's toss to this week's weather update.
Hi North Greenville, I'm Jordan Moore, and let's take a look at your weather for the week. So, Tuesday to Friday, you got your lows are in your 40s, your highs are in the 70s, so it's going to be pretty nice weather to go out, hang out with your friends, spend time outside, just do outdoor activities, and you're going to want to do this soon because you're not going to have much more time for that because fall weather is coming, surely. Let's take a look at those numbers. So on Saturday, you've got 48 as your low, 71 is your high. Not too cold, but you might see some rain, which might limit your ability to go outside. So if you're going to go outside, make sure you have your rain boots and an umbrella. On Sunday, your low is 33 and your high is 59, so it's going to be extra cold that day. So you might want to have a jacket and your winter clothes. And then to welcome you back on Monday, we have a nice cold 32 degrees low and a 58 degrees high. It's going to be mostly cloudy. You're not going to get a whole lot of heat from the sun, so you're going to want to be bundled up that day. That's your weather for the week. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Jordan. Donald Trump was elected the 45th President of the United States last Tuesday on the 8th. In a stirring and unexpected win, Trump will take office on Friday, January 20th. In the wake of the election, riots have broken in protest. Major cities like New York, Chicago, and Portland have all had peaceful protests with minimal violence, with the exception of a few instances where cars and buildings were set on fire. The protesters are said to be burning American flags and shouting death threats to the newly elected Donald Trump. As many as 100,000 people gathered at such a protest in Los Angeles, California, which shut down traffic for hours. Though police are saying that the situation is under control, many riots may still be seen in the future.
I had the opportunity to spend election night covering the Democratic viewing party. Here's what some attendees had to say about the long night. It was a busy night last Tuesday at the Democratic Watch Party. People gathered together to see who would be elected as the next president of the United States. Many people were excited and confident at the beginning of the night, but as the night went on, people began to become more worried.
I very much hope that Donald Trump does not win, and yeah, it's pretty close. I don't know, closer than expected.
Not happy. I'm not happy at all. I'm hoping the West brings in the votes for Hillary.
Honestly, extremely anxious because a lot of the polls that I've seen recently in the states have been in favor of Trump.
Attendees also gathered to show their support for Chris Fideli, who is running for U.S. House against Trey Gowdy.
I came here for Chris Fideli. I really wanted to see some fresh blood in the Congress.
Chris Fideli is one of the most passionate young leaders that we have, not just in the state of South Carolina, but in the nation. When you talk to Chris, you hear him talk about his issues with our criminal justice system, with issues with how we treat our veterans. It can do nothing but inspire you to want to better yourself, want to better the state and this nation.
Fideli did not win the race for House, but he was still hopeful for the future.
Well, obviously I'm disappointed in the results, but I'm incredibly proud of what my team has accomplished with this race, all the hard work they put in, all the people we've reached, the people that we've inspired to get out and to volunteer for us, to get involved in politics, to not give up on this district, on this area. And I do feel very strongly that time is only on our side when it comes to changing leadership here.
As the night went on, people were still confident that Hillary would win the presidential election.
Yes, I am. I'm from way back when we were marching in the streets in New York for women's rights, and we have to win. We cannot go back.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I just think like we're in a really forward time, and that it would be silly for people not to, especially with all of the information that's come up about Trump.
In the end, Donald Trump won the 2016 presidential election with 290 electoral votes against Hillary's 228. Reporting for Vision 48 News at the Democratic headquarters in downtown Greenville, I'm Emma Back.
Christchurch, New Zealand experienced a 7.5 magnitude earthquake this past Sunday night. 2 were reported dead after the quake, which later produced a tsunami. The tsunami was soon downgraded but still hit the South Islands. Fortunately, not much damage was reported.
We'll be back with sports after this break.
President was during the Civil War?
Nope.
Abraham Lincoln's son, because that's how it works. Like, it goes down. I'm just kidding. I'm done.
Abraham Lincoln?
Who won the Revolutionary War?
The United States.
Who did we fight in the Revolutionary War?
The British.
Do you know who won the Revolutionary War?
Yeah, we did.
You got this one.
No, I answered the last one.
Who did we fight in the Revolutionary War?
King George and Britain.
Who won the Revolutionary War?
America. Do you know who we got our independence from?
Yeah, the UK, United Kingdom, but it wasn't called the United Kingdom back then. Who did we beat?
Sorry, I say F sometimes. My bad. The British, the redcoats, you know.
The English America, from the right side of the Atlantic. Who did the United States fight in World War II? Japan?
The United States fought the Germany and Japan and Italy. It's the Axis forces, I think it was called.
Germany.
World War II was between the United States was in on it. For sure, definitely.
Everybody is the world.
Germany, Japan, and Italy, right?
A few other countries were in on it, such as Great Britain, China, etc.
It's a chain push-up, so you're like in push-up position, but the person behind you, your feet are on their shoulders. And so we're all going to be starting off on the ground and then do at least 2 push-ups. The record right now is 138, done by a military school in North Carolina, I believe. So we're just reaching 139, but we'd like to keep the record for a while, so we're pushing for at least 500 to 1,000 students. So we started sign-ups last week, we've done it this week, and we'll be in the CAF all next week, and I think in the stud as well. All athletic teams are supposed to do it, and I think sign-up sheets are going around each team. But we're doing it December 1st, so we're probably going to want to have all of our sign-ups in the next 2 weeks.
Hey guys, I'm Ansley Brock with your sports update this week. While some sports seasons are beginning to wind down, others are just getting started. North Greenville's women's volleyball team season came to an end on Tuesday night with a 3-0 loss to Barton College in the first round of the Conference Carolinas playoffs. North Greenville had 2 aces, one from Kenzie Pierce and Courtney Adams. Brittany Tependino was the only player with double-digit kills for North Greenville with 10. Pierce finished the ninth with 4 kills, while Samantha Hebb had 5. And Madison Pogue, well, she wrapped up her college career with 24 assists and 9 digs. North Greenville finishes the season 18-13 overall and 7-9 in Conference Carolinas play. The North Greenville women's basketball team opened its season up while playing in the Peach Belt Challenge. Karen Donahue led North Greenville with 17 points in her first collegiate start, while Cameron Carter added 11 points in North Greenville's 73-43 loss to North Georgia on Friday night. Devani Powell led NGU with 8 rebounds and 2 steals on the defensive end of the floor. That Saturday, the Crusaders took on Francis Marion, while Karen Donahue led Greenville yet again in scoring for the second straight game with 13 points on 6 of 15 shooting. Navani Powell was the only other scorer in double digits for the Crusaders with 10 points. Powell also led the Crusaders with 9 rebounds and 3 assists. The Crusaders fall to 0-2 on the season following the weekend action after the 75-50 loss to Francis Marion. NGU will travel to Mars Hill on November 16th for a 6 p.m. tip-off with the Lions. 4 players scored in double digits on Friday night as North Greenville opened its men's 2016-2017 basketball campaign with an 87-74 win over Coker College. Dotson finished the night with a team high of 17 points while also collecting 9 rebounds. Jai Jinks had 15 points for the Crusaders while Miguel Cartagena and Daniel Burchett had 10 and 12 points respectively. That Saturday, the men's basketball team had everyone sitting on the edge of their seat while going into overtime to secure the win against Newberry College. North Greenville was fueled by Jai Jinks' 23 points, which leads North Greenville to a 103-100 win. The Crusaders led at halftime after a back-and-forth opening of 20 minutes of play. 10 lead changes and 2 ties marked a first half in which NGU shot just 48.6%, while the Wolves shot just 37.1%. NGU carried a slim 46-44 lead into the locker room. The second half was just as close. With 1 minute and 48 seconds left, Newberry led by 6 points. The Crusader chipped away at the end, though, as Daneko Jackson's pair of free throws cut the lead to just 2 points with 1 minute and 9 seconds left. Jackson came up for NGU on the defensive end of the court on the Wolves' next possession, picking the pocket of Newberry's DJ Copeland, converting the steal into another pair of free throws to tie the game at 89-89. Miguel Cartagena would go on to score, making it 91-81, and the Wolves would even the score at 91-91. To send the game into overtime after possession in which the final seconds resulted in no points. North Greenville would jump on the Wolves out of the gate, taking a 5-point lead with 2 minutes and 54 seconds left, using a 3-pointer from Dotson and another set of free throws from Daniel Burchett. The Wolves cut the lead to just 2 a couple of times in the final minutes of the game, but North Greenville was able to keep the surging Newberry at arm's length as Tommy Wade drained the free throws to put the game out of reach. North Greenville had 3 other players in double figures, including Wade, who had 18 points and a team high of 9 rebounds. Daniel Burchett finished with 14 points and 5 assists, while Matt Moore finished with 10 points. Cartagena finished the night with 7 points and a team high of 6 assists. North Greenville set up for a 2-0 for the first time since the 2012-2013 season. The Crusaders will host Bob Jones University on November 17th at 7:30 p.m. and Brevard College on Saturday, November 19th at 2 p.m. in Hayes Gymnasium. It was an exciting weekend for the North Greenville football team. It started off with a much-needed win against Limestone College, with the defense pitching yet again another shutout, 37-0. Brandon Berger led the NGU defense with 4.5 tackles on Saturday, and Seth Lauder and Anthony Blair spent most of their day in the Limestone backfield, collecting 2 tackles for a loss each. McDonald and Miller both recorded fumble recoveries, while Cam Rice intercepted his first pass of the season and of his career at North Greenville. The Crusaders finished the 2016 season 7-4 after the win over the Saints. With how big of a day Saturday was for the Crusaders, Sunday was even bigger and a little bit more rewarding. The team was waiting to hear about their placement in the NCAA playoff, but while waiting for it, an alum of the team, Freddie Martino, who plays for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, caught his first touchdown pass. Not too long after the team found out they will be playing in the NCAA playoffs in Florida against Florida Tech. North Greenville University is ranked 6th in the Super Region 2 poll and will be playing against 7th-ranked Florida Tech. Yesterday was a day to be extra proud of being a Crusader. Ending on that exciting news, that's all for sports this week. And remember, you can catch all of the home games live on our North Greenville Sports Network. Thank you guys, and back to you.
Thanks, Ansley, and thank you for joining us here on Vision 48 News.
Join us again next week, live at 5. Keep up with the latest happenings at NGU by following us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. I'm Thomas Saldana.
And I'm Emma Back. Have a great week, North Greenville.